Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Platinum Achievements. As always, I'm Rain. Today, I'm joined by the hidden cat finder himself, Gary.
Hey.
Honestly, for a second there, I wasn't even sure if you were at your mic.
Took a gamble there, huh?
Oh, I did. I would have cut it together.
Ballsy move.
God, there's so many games on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they just put Ashen back? Ashen's such a good game.
Yas.
So many. We were talking about it earlier. I don't remember if it was. Well, we were texting about it, but it was also in our Discord. I called it. They are putting out a Hidden Cats in. Oh, what do they call it? It's a Christmas themed one. Is it Santa's
like
Realm?
Santa, yeah, something like that.
It's a dope title.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited.
Oh, I am too. Once they put out when they put out the Halloween one, I was like, there's no way they're not doing a Christmas one.
Yeah, like I busted that out last night, and that shit was so fun. Like, I think I'm hooked now.
Yeah, they're great, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun. You sold me.
Well, I mean, I paid for it, so.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, great game.
You sold me on getting more of them.
Oh, for sure. They're so good. They're like what, 3? I think they're generally $3. I think the spooky one, because it's the most recent, is I think 4. So I would assume when the Santa one comes out, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be 4.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Which is pretty good.
What's the next one you're gonna do? Or did you buy a bunch of them?
I didn't buy any yet. I'm cheap. Well, 1, I'm cheap, and 2, I don't want to burn myself out because towards the end,
dude, there's no burning yourself out on these.
No, I was getting a little burnt out. Like on the final one where you have to find all the people too, like the 100 people or whatever. I was like, all right. I just want to find cats. Like, forget the people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The thing that sucks, although I get kind of why they do it, is I wish you could just find the people. Like, I wish you didn't have a 4 roster.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that too, but I guess it would be too easy because then you could just click randomly and you'd like find everybody. That's probably why.
Did you use any hints during the game?
So I accidentally used one on the very first level because I didn't realize. So I just restarted. I was like, "Fuck that," because I already knew that there was achievements for him. And then the last few like themed levels, there was like a few of them that I just I either like could not find the last few, or I just decided, well, there's no achievement for it. So the last one, I'm just gonna give myself the freebie.
Yeah, I mean, once you get past the 2 main levels, for those that don't know, I think it's all the cat games at this point, the hidden cats in different locations. There's a main level that you play on normal where the cats are in fixed locations. There's a hard version of that level where you have to find people and the cats, and I think the cats are randomly located, although I assume there's like a set area they can be. And you can't use hints in those, but when you get to the bonus levels, which you unlock from finding special kitties, you can use 1 hint. So and there's a end game bonus level where it's a massive map, and you got to find a bunch of people and a bunch of cats, and I think you get 1 hint in there too. So I just whittle it down till I get to the last cat, and then I use the hint. Like, there's no shame.
I did the same thing. Might as well.
The hints, I don't know if you found the people first, but the hints do not work on people. It's only for cats.
Oh.
Yeah.
For some reason, I wasn't sure if the game, like on the last level where you had to find the people and the cats, I wasn't sure if it was just going to end the level if I found all the cats before finding all the people.
Nah,
so I specifically left like a few cats and then found all the people and then found the last few cats because I wasn't sure. Same with like the other levels where you had to find like the bonus cats, the special cats.
Yeah.
I was worried that because there's like the achievements tied to them. I was like, well, I'm gonna make sure I don't find the last normal cat just in case or something. But
the special cats kind of suck too because they're colored differently, but usually they only show up as as like colored when you click on them. So there was a couple that I overlooked. Bit of a pain. But I do love that when you complete a little section, and that's the way to play it. Complete a section it colors in, so you know you're done.
Dude, I love that because it gave me some of the levels like once they fill in all the color too, like how it does it on the bonus levels, how it just fills everything in too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the game itself just gave me a ton of nostalgia between finding the cats, which was I had these books as a kid. Not I had Where's Waldo, but then there's also these other books that I had as a kid where you'd find like all these different monsters in like these like themed
Ooh.
areas and stuff. You find like you'd have to find like the like a werewolf, and you'd have to find like
Mm-hmm.
Dracula, and so I got nostalgia from that part, just the game itself. But then like them filling in the color, the way they do it, it gave me nostalgia for like early day PCs. Like the first PC we had this screensaver that would literally like color, it would draw and color for you, like random pictures. And I thought it was like the coolest shit ever as a kid because I would just sit there and like look to see what it was gonna draw. Like I don't know, it was like a double dose of nostalgia for me.
You ever go to
So,
did you ever go to a dentist office and read highlights magazines?
no.
Oh, there's the highlights magazines are a staple of a dentist office, and
Yeah.
in one of there's in every magazine that comes out for the highlights, there is a like a hidden object like page.
Huh.
I don't know what the rest of the magazine was about. I only did it for the for the hidden objects.
Whatever works, man. Whatever
Absolutely.
works.
So, speaking of hidden objects, we'll go into our first. Oh wait, no, we gotta start. We're out of practice. We cut off for about a week.
Yeah.
Gary, you can go first while I load up my stuff. What have you been playing?
All kinds of shit. That break I took. Whew. All
Yeah,
right,
we
so
would
I'm
have
gonna start with.
recorded last week, but well, when we were gonna record, I was like mentally just drained from.
Mhm.
Um, well, I'll be honest, from the American election, very taxing,
Yeah.
and then also stuff familially related to the election. We won't get into it in case people listen, but there were
Mhm.
some people that we didn't feel like talking to for a couple days. So
Yeah. People get real serious about it. Exactly. All right. I'm gonna start with PlayStation. So over the past, actually, really just a week, because that I pretty much took a week off from gaming. I just needed like a mental break. From gaming and trophies and everything. So my buddy and I on PlayStation, we started Baldur's Gate 3 finally.
ooh.
We put I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours into it. Really digging that so
Oh,
far.
before you keep going, I don't mean to interrupt.
Mhm.
I got my Xbox going over here. I'm gonna pull up there's got some sales going on. And I saw an article about this. They reintroduced friend requests on Xbox.
What do you mean? Like, isn't that always been a thing?
No, it was, and then they kind of got rid of it to make it sort of like Twitter,
Oh, where you follow
where you're just
people
following
instead?
people. Yeah, but now there's
Oh, I
followers
see.
and there's friend requests. So
Okay.
that's just
Huh.
a little side thing. Back to as you were.
Someone's getting distracted.
Yeah,
Um,
just prepping.
but yeah, we put a few hours into Baldur's Gate 3. Really digging it so far. Very involved. It's gonna be a long freaking trek. The platinum says it's like 120 hours, but we're basically just playing blind in co-op.
Oh, it is.
And he's already,
Baldur's Gate is co-op, isn't it?
yeah, it does have co-op, and I'm really digging it so far. He's already played some of a first playthrough, so he's kind of like, he kind of knows what's happening, and he kind of like is almost kind of like educating me on systems of the game because it is pretty complicated. But digging that so far. We also played when we hung out. I'm gonna kind of jump back and forth because I'm just playing. I'm basically just going in order. On Xbox, we played a game called Mad Streets that was on Xbox Game Pass. It's basically like if Streets of Rage and Gang Beasts had a baby.
Thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna install it now.
Um, it's pretty much just stupid, goofy fun. Like literally just think Gang Beasts, like the weird physics-based like fighting system where you have like flail around and you're like punching and kicking people, and essentially there's different like factions in the game, like different like almost like groups or cliques. There's like trying to there's like four different ones. I'm trying to think of like not very memorable, I guess. But anyways, and there's like quote unquote like stories that you go through, and then you can also just do like normal like one-on-one or battle royale style fights. But it was kind of fun. I mean, it only took us like I think we knocked out like 1,000 in like an hour or two. It's really short.
It's a
But
I think online it said it's like a 1 to 2 hour game.
yeah, and honestly, like anything more than that, I feel like it would have overstayed its welcome anyways, because it did get kind of boring after a good like half hour, 45 minutes. Um, because the fighting's like I said, super janky. Uh, but yeah, that was a fun little easy 1,000. Uh, put a little bit more time into Brotato on Xbox. Because I ended up buying the DLC that came out for like a few bucks. They basically added characters. They added a whole different level with new enemies, um, new items, stuff like that. We played co-op. That's part of the reason why I bought it, the DLC, because it lets you play co-op on Xbox, which is super fun. For anybody out there who likes Vampire Survivors, I think you'll really dig Brotato because it's same idea. Um, I would argue it's even a little deeper than Vampire Survivors because you kind of get to customize your builds a little bit more. But um, and then let's see, jumping back and forth is throwing me off. I finally finished my 2 games for the Survivor Challenge going on. The first one was God of War Ascension, which I had started like a few weeks ago. I was dragging my feet on playing it because that is a replat for me. I've already platinumed that game, and it's easily the weakest entry in the series, in my opinion. It just doesn't really add anything to the lore. They talk about backstory, but it feels unnecessary. Um, but yeah, it just kind of feels like a slog. It's not horrible. It's just not great. It took me maybe 8 or 9 hours to platinum.
Okay.
And the funny thing is that the part that everybody has the most trouble with, the trial of Archimedes, where you basically just fight through this gauntlet of enemies, like you have to fight waves and waves of enemies without getting any heals. I somehow managed to get through on the first try, but like a few other things that aren't as bad I struggled with trophy wise. But um, my other Survivor game that I finished. Sorry against me if you're listening. I stole this from you.
Ooh.
Alone in the Dark, the new Nightmare, the PS1 classic.
The new
I
Nightmare?
ended up, huh?
The new Nightmare?
What? The new Nightmare. um, it's a PS1 classic. Um, and I ended up using OptiNoob's guide because he basically gets the platinum in 3 hours. So it took me, I think, like 7 between watching his video and doing all the stuff. Took me about 7, maybe 8 hours because I'm trash. Um, but it was actually a pretty decent game. It's obviously heavily inspired by like the classic Resident Evil titles. Had some pretty creepy atmosphere, creepy music. It's kind of cool because they make you play through as Edward Carnby, and then I can't remember. I think the other protagonist's name is Aileen. She's like an archaeologist or something like that. But and they're actually very different. Like she primarily is outside the mansion, and Edward Carnby is mostly inside the mansion. So it feels very different, which is cool. But pretty fun game. Um, I'm glad I'm glad I got those knocked out though, because part of me was tempted just drop out, and I uh, I decided I'm just gonna keep going until people
I'm
hate me enough to just vote me out.
I am shocked that you're
Um,
still in it.
but and then I put a couple hours. I finally started. Yakuza Kiwami 2 on PlayStation 4, and hasn't super grabbed me yet. I'm liking it. It's got graphics and everything are awesome, but I think it might be a mixture of like Yakuza Burnout, because even though I'm spacing the Yakuza games out every couple months, they're long games, and it's still a lot of Yakuza in 1 year. That, and I've already played through the original. That was years ago, but I already basically know what's going to happen. But yeah, I started that, and then back on the Xbox side of things, I finally finished Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Um, Honestly, I thought it was pretty mid. Like actually liked the first one better. Because
That's
the second
unfortunately
one,
what I've heard. Yeah.
yeah, because the second one, I was talking to Colin about it. Like, it just feels like less of a game than the first one does. Like, it's beautiful. The sound design's still amazing. Um, and but it just feels like even more of a walking simulator than the first one does. Like, they took out there's still some puzzle solving, but there's even less than there was before, and it's even more basic. It feels like there's less fighting. They made the fighting more cinematic, but less fun. Like, it's harder to parry, it's harder to dodge. They almost just make it
The
they
game's so
almost
hard.
they almost make it no, they just make it like they care more about the cinematic quality than they do about the actual enjoyment of the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say, I'd probably give it like a 6.5 maybe. But
Ooh.
yeah. I'd give the first one probably like a 7.5. So I guess it's not
Oh,
that big of a
okay.
difference, but it's still I think it's still worth a playthrough. It's short. It only took me like 7 hours. Um, there's still some cool moments, but
See, I'd give the first one like I was kind of blown away by the first one, so I'd give it like an 8 or a 9. So if you're
I
saying
just
if you're
thought
saying it's that close, it's probably gonna still be good enough to
you
me,
you
if
yeah
not
you
pretty
you'll
good.
probably still like it. Like, I'm not saying I like disliked it. It just kind of felt like a slog towards the end, and it also
Mm-hmm.
just felt like a story that didn't really need to be told. I felt like they kind of tied everything up really well in the first one, and the story in this one, in my opinion, without obviously spoiling anything, it just kind of feels like it was unnecessary. Like, but um, it's on Game Pass, short. I still think it's worth a playthrough, but and then I ended up playing finally getting to the game that my boy gifted me, Hidden Cats in Spooky Town, that we were talking about earlier. Super fun, chill game. I think I got all 1,000 in like 2.5 hours, and it got a little annoying towards the end of my advanced run, because I couldn't use any hints, and for some reason there was like one or two cats that were super tiny that I couldn't find,
Oh yeah, that happens. Yep.
and it drove me nuts. Like, I was there,
Oh
I was
yeah.
literally looking for them like for like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh my god.
Were any of them on the
But
castle?
I think it was the castle.
I
I
had a
think
couple
one
on
of
the
them
castle. That was so hard to find.
yeah, one was like hidden like on like part of like the castle wall or something, and one was like this tiny little like spot in a tree, and I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
those ones are tough too.
Yeah, but definitely sold me on the franchise with that one. Like, I'm probably gonna eventually play through them all on PlayStation, and get the plots there too.
It's weird though, because there's first of all, the annoying thing is that they don't have they're not like how do I phrase this? You don't make one purchase and get two versions. They are two separate games, a PS4 and
oh
PS5
they
version.
oh they are. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, which
Damn.
on its own is annoying. Also, the London one, which I guess was the first one, the only one without plats.
I saw that. Yeah, they only have 100%.
Yeah,
Part of me is almost tempted to stick to the franchise on Xbox, because one, for those reasons, and two,
I will double dip at some point.
yeah, I might as well. But one thing I like better about the Xbox version, when I was looking at the trophies, is the artwork is much better on
Is it?
Xbox. Yeah, because they actually have pictures. Like, when you beat like a bonus level, it has like a full on colored picture of the level.
Oh, that's
Like,
pretty cool. As the
the
achievement?
Yeah, like the achievement
Really?
pictures are actually really cool. Yeah, but the trophy artwork is just kind of bland.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Dude,
I always dig
how
when
how crazy? Like, were you just like flying through, getting like achievement after achievement after achievement, just finding the
yeah,
cats? It's
it
so
was such a
satisfying.
dopamine hit. Yeah.
Did
And
you
then,
have?
but the only thing I
I
noticed though is that the achievements
They're a
they
little
have like a
delayed.
delayed pop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's
there be
because you're literally flying past the checkpoint. It's taking a while for the game to register it.
yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
But did you have an issue? Because I've had it with two of the games. Luckily, Spooky Town was not one.
Hmm.
Where the achievement pops, so you get credit for it, but it sort of half unlocks. Like you don't. So if you were to look at your gamer score, it wouldn't count. And then if you would look at the game in your gamer tag or whatever, like your gamer list, it would show that you're still missing one. But then when you go into the game, it shows that you got it all. Did you have anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
I've had it twice. Apparently it's a common Xbox issue where
Mm,
it literally just corrects itself in a day or so.
that's annoying.
Oh yeah,
Um, and then the last thing I played, I basically dipped my toe back into. I installed it on my Xbox. Little Kitty Big City. I finished it. Finished the story back in like July on my PC, and I really enjoyed it. And that was kind of like when I had the mindset going on where I wasn't going to worry about achievements and trophies. I was just going to play through and just play through for the enjoyment, not worry about any of that stuff. But I decided, I'm going to go back. I'm going to get the rest of the achievements because it is a fun little game and the achievements aren't difficult. And yeah, it actually looks and runs really good on the Series X too. It looks just as good as it does on PC. So you should look into that game one of these days. I think you'd really like it.
Little Kitty Big City.
Yeah, it's pretty dang
I've
good.
heard good things.
Mm-hmm. Got a lot of charm to it.
That's on the wish list for sure.
What you been playing, baby boy?
All right, so let's see. Let me pull up Area X. Let me see where I'm at. So trophy wise, I'm still at 115 plats, 767 golds, silvers. I'm at 1027, bronzies. I'm at 2388. I think. Oh, it's Astro's Playroom. Okay. Um, Mostly, at least on PlayStation side, uh, me and Sammy's been getting real into it. We've been playing a
Mm,
lot of Astrobot.
nice, nice.
He loves it. He calls it Robot Beep Beep, and he's actually taking an interest in playing it himself, which is pretty cool. Which is a new thing for him.
Hmm.
So he's getting really into it. It's pretty cool because it's it's a cute game. He's really into it, and he likes when Astro waves at him. So
Yeah.
we've been practicing that, I've been working on him with like his colors and stuff. I mean Amanda
Hmm.
too, but I'll say like, what color is that thing, and what color is this, and then I'll say, Sammy, we'll do 1, 2, 3, and he'll say jump, and then if I count backwards, when you're on the controller, I'll say 3, 2, 1, and he'll go take off. So
That's
adorable.
cute. Yeah, that's
But
super
yeah,
cute.
he loves when Astro waves at him, and then I've been teaching him to wave back. So he's been loving that game. And then I think that's all I've really done on PlayStation.
Hmm.
Loving Astro, great game.
I need to go back to it still.
And then Sam's been, whenever he sees the PlayStation sits down, he always says McQueen, so I had to reinstall Cars 3. It's already platted, but that's
Hmm.
just that's just what he wants to play.
Yeah.
On the achievement side, I'm sitting pretty at 720,390. So we crossed that 720 threshold. Let's see what I've been playing. I think.
I left you behind on that gamer score leaderboard.
Oh, are you ahead of me?
Yeah, I'm ahead of you by like 1,500 gamer score now.
Oh, listen, that's not gonna stand for long. Let's see. How much time we got? Oh, I mean, it's only half the month. Yeah, you're 1,300 ahead of me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Well, if somebody would have ever, gotten to Hellblade 2 like they said they were going to, then.
Listen, uh, I've got like I've got 2 games that are gonna set me way over that, and they don't take long. So I'll catch you.
Mhm,
But I
mhm,
played a little more Alan Wake 2, which is probably the footage you're seeing on screen. Um, a lot less wiener in these playthroughs. A little bit of wiener, but not as much as when I started the game.
that's disappointing.
Then I did Hidden Captain Spooky Town, Easy 1000, and then I'm halfway through Shadows of the Damned Hella Remastered. Um,
Hella.
yeah, that's the name of it. Um,
Mhm,
I love Shadows of the Damned. It's very fun. It plays similar to like a RE4 control wise, but
mhm,
your girlfriend gets taken to hell, and you're like a demon hunter, and you have a demon. Maybe we spoke about this last time.
I
Your
think so,
demon
yeah.
your demon hunter. You go down a lot of loads of sexual innuendos. Um, Also, completely forgot this sequence. You're going through like the Vegas area in hell, and
Mhm,
they basically have like I guess a version of your girlfriend that's borderline like a stripper,
okay.
or they're using it as like a way to like goat you,
Mhm.
like antagonize you and everything. And
Yeah.
there's a part where you literally have to walk across her like she's like a platform, like really big version of her, and she's just
Mhm.
topless, like completely.
Nonchalant.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was fantastic, but I was like, I forgot this was in this game.
Walking across those mountains.
Oh yes, oh yes, completely forgot it was in this game. Um,
Giggity.
but my problem with the game. Oh yeah, we did talk about it last time because we talked about the achievements being different. Um, my one of my achievements for completing one of the levels didn't pop, and
Mhm.
I'm like 3 or 4 missions away from beating the game, and it just completely derailed me. So a little bummed about that. I'll get back to it.
That sucks.
I mean, you have to do 3 playthroughs anyway, so it doesn't.
Mhm.
Hopefully, it'll register at some point, but
Yeah.
definitely a little bit of a bummer.
Who dat?
And then, yeah, I think that was it. Alan Wake 2 is really good. I think you already played it, right?
Yeah. I haven't played the DLC yet, but I platinumed it, and it's
Yeah, Alan Wake 2,
pretty lit.
real, really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely when I go through on like subsequent playthroughs, I'm going to be throwing on that insta kill assistance for some of those
You know, I,
sections.
one thing I was tempted to do since I really wanted a physical copy, but
Ooh.
I don't feel like I can justify spending, what is it? Is it 70 or 80?
It is, I believe. I'll look it up real quick. I believe it's
Um,
70.
because I
Could
can't,
be
when I've
80.
already platinumed it and I already own the digital version on PlayStation, I can't justify, I know some people can, but I can't justify spending another 70 or 80 on a physical copy. So I'm tempted to get the physical copy for Xbox
I was gonna
and
suggest that. Yeah, do
basically
that. Go the other side.
and double dip. Yeah,
Yep.
and double dip and just because I think it runs just as good on the Series X as does on the PlayStation 5. So, and I could do what you're doing and use a little cheesy cheese mode and just kind of run through it for fun
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's. I mean, if you already
because
did
it's
it
a good
once,
game.
if you
I
did it
really
once,
like that.
legit,
I'd do it
there's no
again.
shame.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's
for
see.
show.
A lot of weird. I mean, a lot of weird. It's looking like it's probably 80.
Hmm.
Alan Wake to GameStop. Yeah, $80.
Yeah,
Which makes sense. It's. I mean, it's the game and then the DLC.
yeah.
One of
Which
which
is
is
I mean,
one of which is
it's a good deal.
what like day and date on the game.
Yeah,
So that makes sense.
I'll probably wait for it to drop a little bit
Dude,
before
wait.
I do that though.
I would wait a couple. I would assume it'll be on sale for Black Friday, which we'll talk about some Black Friday deals in a bit. But I would
I don't know.
assume
You think if the physical just came out, like I don't know, like
that's the thing. It
I-
just came out, but also like Ubisoft games also drop it like almost immediately. But at the
mhm.
same time, I don't know how easy it's gonna be to find a copy. I think they were
Yeah,
pretty limited in their production of it.
that's gonna suck. Then the price might not go down.
It's always possible. I mean, Amazon you can get it for 76.42.
Ooh, save a little $3 and
Couple
whatever
doll
cents.
hairs. Couple doll hairs.
Doll hairs. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Is she in there with him? She's in there with him. Yeah, little guy. Dude,
Oh,
he's
South Park Snow Day is on sale for $7.99 on PlayStation 5
no shit.
on Woot for
Oh, on
Amazon
Woot. Okay.
Prime or whatever.
Wait, on Amazon it's that cheap?
It's fulfilled by Amazon,
Oh,
but
okay.
you're basically buying it off of Woot.
Okay.
That's a hell of a good deal though.
That is pretty good. I know it's not supposed to be a great game, but
For $8.
let's see, South
You know what I'm saying?
Park. Uh,
I'll just link you here.
you link me?
I got you.
Love me
How
some
do
South
I?
Park.
Oh, here we go. Let's do a little open
Snow
chat action.
Day.
All right, there you go. Merry Christmas.
Oh, boy howdy.
Boy, howdy.
Oh,
Howdy, how. You know, I'm always here to help you make bad decisions.
yeah, I'm really trying to not. Really trying to not. Oh, let's see. Oh, you threw it in here.
hmm
Threw it in here? Is this it?
In the chat for the majig.
Dude, I have no idea how to work this thing.
So click on the little chat bubble next to
Okay,
"Shut up,
open
we're
chat.
recording."
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
Yeah, it took me a hot minute to figure it out too.
That is a good deal.
hmm I'm probably not
I'd
gonna
like to
buy
play
it
it.
because
I'd like to play it at some point, but
I didn't really have any desire to play it, but I figured you might, so I'm like, well,
I'll get into it.
I'll be a bad influence.
Um, let's see. Let's see. Well, since we're already talking about Black Friday deals,
hmm
Microsoft is has started their Black Friday deals.
hmm
A lot of stuff in here. $50 off select Xbox Series S or X and S consoles. 1,000+ games on sale, comma and more, according to Kevin Hooper
Ooh.
on the Xbox Wire. Um, so mostly focusing on the games. There's some weird specific games. Like if you buy Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred Standard Edition, Vessel of Hatred Deluxe, or Vessel of Hatred Ultimate, between well, it's active, but before December 2nd, you'll get a $5 gift card to Xbox and the Sound of Slaughter bundle. God. Bunch of EA
What was that?
games too. Uh, bunch of sports games. If you buy them, you'll get a $5 gift card.
hmm
And some uh, digital currency, it looks like.
But you get a $5 foot long. That's the real question.
Sadly, no.
Damn.
Sadly, no.
Not quick little side tangent
Yeah.
because I brought that up. Um, and we're all about tangents here. Have you seen? I don't know if you've gone to Subway or even like seen Subway advertising. They have like a foot long everything now. Did you see that? They have like a foot long cookie. They've got like a foot
What?
long like all kinds of shit. Like I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
I have not been to a Subway in a hot minute. You know what
It's
is like deceptively good at a Subway if they make it right?
hmm,
The cheese pizza.
really
Surprising.
They have cheese pizza
They
at
have little
Subway.
mini cheese pizzas or pepperoni
What
pizzas.
the what the French toast?
They are if they make them right, they're good. They're pretty good.
So they have. I'm doing a live lookup right now. I know I'm really bad about tangents.
Let's Coke.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we gonna share or
I mean, I'll meet you in Kansas. That's halfway,
I
right?
could yeah, exactly. Worth it. Okay, so they have these things called sidekicks. They have a foot long double chocolate. What the fuck is this?
Double chocolate chips.
Of course, part of the word is cut off, so I have to click on it. A Subway double chocolate peppermint footlong cookie. That actually sounds kind of good. I'm not gonna lie.
That's so
Um,
weird. That makes me very
they
uncomfortable.
They have a Cinnabon footlong churro. They have an Auntie Anne's footlong pretzel. They have pepperoni and cheese dippers. I don't know if
Ooh.
those are footlongs or not, but they also have a normal, just footlong cookie. Like I don't go to Subway. I've gone to years, but I just noticed because sometimes I'll see like like if I'm driving by a Subway or whatever, I'll see like the signage and I'm like, what the hell? They have like all these things listed for footlongs. It's just so random. But yeah, that's my side tangent, you know.
Oh, where'd my phone go? It's over there.
God, doing so much cocaine that you're losing your phone.
Dude, I've got such a runny nose. We actually went and looked at a house tonight. Um,
Ooh.
and they had cats in the house, and I'm allergic to cats. So
Oh shit. I'm
yeah,
assuming you don't own one.
no. So we used to, and then
Hmm.
apparently cat allergies are one of like the crazy ones where you can just like overnight become allergic to a cat.
I had
So
the opposite effect.
we, oh, you were allergic and then you stopped.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was allergic to cats, and then I grew out of it.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Hmm.
And we had a cat. My stepdad had a cat. His name was Little Man. He was a great little kitty.
Little
Uh,
man.
and then we had another cat, who's still alive. She's at my mom's. Her name's Cannoli.
Oh,
And yeah, left for college. And apparently the same thing happened to my dad. He left for college, and then we came back, and we were just allergic to cats.
what the hell?
So yeah, very weird.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
There obviously was something in the water.
I mean, we did hit a sulfur vein at our house, so there was a lot of sulfur in the
Oh.
water. Dude, it's
Oh, okay.
you get used to it, but when you first get there, it's like it smells.
Yeah.
And then I mean,
Oh.
you boil it out of the water, like if you're making food, like it's not a thing.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh shit.
but yeah, so
Target's doing their.
are they doing?
All right.
Here's
I
the
got
thing.
sidetracked.
Here's the thing.
They're doing the buy two get one free deal that they always do on Black Friday.
Wait, hold on. What? Buy two get one free, or did I hear you right? Or is
You
it buy two
buy
get
buy
three?
buy buy two get one free.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're basically paying $120 for 3 games. So it equals out to like $40 a game, which is
Yeah,
pretty damn good for if you get like new games.
yeah. Here's the thing I don't like about these deals, and even with this Xbox deal we're about to go over, because we're gonna focus on the games. You can get the consoles, I think, for $50 off, but the games are where it's at, baby. I always am very hesitant to like jump on these deals because I'm always under the impression, even though there's like a lead up, always under the impression that on actual Black Friday there's gonna be like way better deals, and I don't think that's
They don't-
ever actually the case.
well, they used to. They used to
Yeah.
do like Black Friday used to be like more of a big deal, and now they're just like, oh yeah, the deals are going to be for all of November now. It's like, well, that kind of sucks the fun out of it.
Did you used to
Like,
go Black Friday shopping?
no, so I never actually went into stores, but I would get super excited because they'd usually post like Black Friday deals for like Best Buy and stuff like that, like
Mm-hmm.
the night of Thanksgiving, and I would just jump on that shit because some games were like hella cheap, and I would just order them online and just order like 5 games or 6 games or whatever the hell it
There
was.
is there's no better rush in this world for me than going out Black Friday shopping and seeing what Blu-rays I can get and games.
I just don't want to go out in that madness. I don't want to deal with
It is
people
surprisingly not that bad anymore. I think because of online
anymore,
shopping.
anymore.
No,
Yeah,
like way back in
yeah,
the day, it was I never went out those days, but
yeah.
Best Buy would have a deal, and I had their Best Buy credit card. I still have it because you're not supposed to
Mhm.
close credit cards. Um, we would go out sometimes to multiple Best Buys, and I would blow. Oh, I think my record was like 750 on just Blu-rays and games and whatever else I can get. Because if you hit a certain threshold, you didn't have to pay interest as long as you paid it off within like 2 years or a
Mhm.
year or something. So it ended up working out to like $50 a month or something like that.
Mhm.
But they
Yeah, I
were,
have a Best Buy credit card just for big purchases that I make there. Like, it's super worth it for like the
mhm.
no interest and stuff.
Oh yeah, and I mean,
Although,
sadly
r-
they don't have Blu-rays anymore. So I mean, my Black Friday's been shot. I mean, even having Sam, it's like I can't really do that.
although
But
reel it back, you said you're not supposed to close credit cards. Why do you say that?
apparently, it hurts your credit.
Yeah, but you can get it back.
Yeah, but I mean,
I've closed a ton of credit cards over the years, and I have like 800 credit score.
oh no, yeah, my credit score's at 800 now. But apparently, yeah,
Yeah.
apparently you're not supposed to because that's like it's a line of credit you can't access anymore. So I guess it's like
Uh,
not viewed well.
if I
I don't
if
think it's.
I
I don't
open a
think
credit
it's.
card for something,
It's not.
I'll just close that shit if I'm never going to use it ever again. Like I opened a Mattress Firm credit card
Mm-hmm.
just so I could get financing on like a $6,000 bed that I bought years
Jesus
ago.
Christ.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Never again. But anyways, obviously that's all paid off. But I closed it afterwards because I'm like, I just spent $6,000 on a bed. I'm never going to Mattress Firm ever again.
Yeah, exactly. That's such
Like,
a weird credit card to have.
I know. I do
Jesus
have a
Christ,
few like
six
kind of.
grand for a bed.
Well, you know what it is? Most of that price was the fancy like adjustable base, and I don't even use
Mm,
that shit. I don't even use that shit. It vibrates. You can
jeez,
like lift the
you're
feet and the
sick.
head up.
You're sick. A vibrating
Hey,
bed.
sometimes I get lonely.
Just get a toy and throw it in the bed.
But it wasn't even worth it. I don't even use all the features and shit. Like if I ever, hopefully I don't have to replace the thing for a long ass time. But if I do, I'll probably just go with something hella basic.
Yeah. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Unfortunately, Best Buy doesn't do Blu-rays anymore, and I got Sam, so I can't blow that kind of cash anymore.
Makes
But
me sad they don't do Blu-rays
dude,
anymore.
there were. Yeah, I don't get why they don't. Target doesn't do Blu-rays either, which kind of annoys me. My
Mm-hmm.
last bastion of hope is Walmart, but I love Best Buy was awesome because you'd go to the bins and they would have just like the sheets on the side, and then it'd be like, "This is how much they cost," and it would be
Mm-hmm.
like, you can get some new movies for like $6 a pop. It was so cool,
Yeah.
and I would make out like a fucking bandit. It was insane. I could.
You'd make out with bandits?
Oh yeah, I will
I
dig
thought.
up. Probably not to post in this video. If I can find them, I probably will. If I can find some of those old Black Friday pictures, I will send them to you, and I'll post them here in the podcast. If there's no pictures, I couldn't find them. It, it was insane. Some of the deals I would get,
Yeah.
like ridiculous, and I'd throw games in there too. But so
Mm-hmm.
good, so much
So
fun.
good.
So Black Friday, I'll only have Walmart this year, and I'm gonna limit myself. Well, I guess I'll Barnes and Nobles too. Yeah, Barnes and Nobles, and they're in the same shopping center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not gonna be any reason to go to Target for me, unfortunately. But Black Friday is my favorite holiday.
It's not even a holiday.
What's that?
It's not even a holiday.
I get off of work.
You get off on something, all right.
Oh, absolutely, all them deals. Let's see. But yeah, like an Amazon too. It's like, okay, do I wait for Black? Luckily, the stores in the past few years they've been doing like the lead up to Black Friday, and it is all the same deals, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Blu-ray bins are out though usually for like
Yeah.
Walmart and everything. The Walmart's pretty
Mm-hmm.
fun though. I like that. Um,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. So Xbox doing their Black Friday deals. Sony's not yet, right?
I don't
Let me check the
think
app.
so. Hold on. Let's check. Live look up. Live look up.
Deals.
I'm waiting for
Nah, they're
the
doing
freaking PS Plus Black Friday deals. Give me that
November
sweet
November savings. That's
25%
about
off.
it.
Give me that sweet 25% off.
Ooh. Yeah, they're just doing November savings. So I don't think that constitutes Black Friday. I think they actually do a Black Friday thing. But
Mm-hmm.
on the Xbox side, I told Gary to go through the list and just pick out 5 items that he wanted to highlight. I did the
Mm-hmm.
same. I actually pulled out like a bunch, and I was gonna whittle it down.
Mm-hmm.
Which I shall do now. Let's get rid of that one. Not one that I necessarily want to highlight. If but I'm probably gonna pick it up because it's super cheap. Uh, if you are a fan of Gotham Knights, and I haven't started this game yet, but I own it. Well, first of all, Gotham Knights I think is on sale for like $7 digitally.
Mm-hmm.
The Gotham Knights Visionary Pack, which has some dope looking skins, normally $25, on sale for $2.50. So I'm probably just gonna pick that up.
If Slugger here listens to this podcast, he's gonna get PTSD.
There's some dope looking skins.
What?
Some dope looking skins in the pack.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Night Watch by Jim Lee Transmog. Some salvage, some boosted gear exclusive emotes, 3 exclusive suit colors. Yeah, some cool skins. Yeah.
Very nice.
Um, Gotham Knights. I'm interested to try it. I own it. It's on the shelf. I think I got it for
Mhm.
free. Yeah, I think maybe it was last year Black Friday. I think they were doing like a buy two get one free, or maybe it was just like a GameStop Pro deal.
Mhm.
Oh, battery running low. Oh, it's not plugged in my computer.
Oh, you're using a laptop?
Oh yeah.
You filthy casual.
Laptop. Yeah, but it's like it's a gaming laptop, so it's at least something.
True.
Um, let's see. So, Gary, why don't you start? Why don't you give me the games that you want to highlight?
Yes, sir. Okay. I'm gonna go. I did a little mixture of everything. I'm gonna start from old as fuck to slightly newer.
Okay.
So Star Wars KOTOR. I feel like most Knights of the Old Republic. I feel like most people play this by now. But if you haven't, it's backwards compatible and it's only $3.49. If you
Ooh.
haven't played it, buy it, play it, and love it.
I
Um,
think I might have bought it.
Such a good
Um,
game.
I think I bought that when they first revealed it, and
Hmm.
then I think I picked up the original Battlefronts.
You've played KOTOR, right?
Hell yeah, hell yeah,
Okay.
game's great.
You scared me for a second. I thought they were gonna say no, and I was like, "Ooh, well, I'm checking out of this podcast." But going from there, got a couple 360 games, as we've talked about previously. Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey are my jam. If you haven't played those are all also backwards
I will
compatible.
take Blue
Blue
Dragon off my
Dragon's
list. I had that
Blue
on there.
Dragon 659, Lost Odyssey is 824. Both fantastic prices on great games.
Only thing about Last Odyssey is you can't complete it anymore.
Yeah, but it's still worth it. It's still
I know.
worth it.
I'm just letting the people know. There was
That's fair. That's fair.
what was it? One of the DLCs they were I don't remember. I don't think it
Did it
wasn't
get
original.
delisted?
They delisted it for whatever reason. I don't know why.
That's
It
stupid.
was I think it was $1 when I bought it, that DLC.
Damn.
But yeah.
Dude, both of those games had tough DLC.
Yeah, but you
I've
don't
I
need to play
100%.
the Blue Dragon one, right?
Um,
For achievements.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
I will go.
Unless I'm confusing the
Whoa,
two.
hold on. You want to make a bet?
Ooh. Um,
A gentleman's wager?
uh, I don't know.
I don't know.
uh, can you tell I'm not sure?
Ooh, what about this? What for our, because we have our fantasy league. Let's make a bet. If
Oh, you're
I'm
not
right,
getting
if
you're not getting any of my game.
I was gonna say, yeah, because it works like that. Like if we trade games are even already out, then we still get the points transferred.
Hmm.
You want to make that wager? Not that one, but you want to wager a game?
Yeah, I'll give you one of my low scoring games.
No. I mean, no, like we did for the Hellblade one. I'll get to Hellblade, but
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Uh, are you looking at it right now though? How do I know you're not looking at it?
Well, one, I don't need to look at it. I have not the page pulled up, but I have True Achievements, so I can load to it. But I
I don't
know
know.
for a fact there's not. But if you want to fight me on it,
Why do I remember doing DLC in that game? I wouldn't have done it if there wasn't achievements.
you wanna wager?
No, just tell me.
No. Okay. Yeah, let me pull it up. Such a baby. Dragon. 1,000 gamer score.
Okay, all right.
The
Touche.
DLC I think was like extra dungeons, and maybe because I bought a bunch of DLC for like $1, I think. I
Hmm.
think it was like extra dungeons and extra gear.
Well, then the Lost Odyssey DLC was tough
Yeah, Lost Odyssey
because
definitely
I
has
got
DLC.
because I 100% of that too, and I remember that shit being hard. So Anyways, going back to my list. Um,
Yeah, Lost
Xbox
Odyssey is
One
1100.
games. Yeah, Xbox One games. Metro Redux bundle for $4.49. You get Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light Redux, both really good games. Post-apocalyptic shooters that are kind of more survivally than like your normal like Call of Duty style shooter. Really good atmosphere. Freaking 225 per is a freaking. It's just buy them. And then the Wolfenstein Alt History bundle, $11.99. Holy shit! You get like what 4 games? Let me bring this up. Yeah, you get 4 games.
I didn't see
You
that
get
bundle. I had Wolfenstein 2-pack, which is Wolfenstein New Order and Old Blood, so I'll take that off my list.
yeah, you get New Order, which is the quote unquote first one they released on that gen.
Fucking
You get the
phenomenal.
second.
It's one of my favorite games
So
of all
good.
time.
It's so good. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, the sequel. Old Blood, which is like a spin-off, also supposed to be really good. I haven't played it yet, but and then Young Blood, which is kind of like supposed to be the black sheep, but it has co-op, so I mean that makes everything better. Either way, 4 games, $12, $3 each. Buy it.
I will say, Youngblood, I've completed it twice. I did it on Xbox and PlayStation.
You
It's
masochist.
it's fun. It's more killing Nazis. I mean, if you're
Did
completing
you
it, it's a
did you co-op
grind.
both versions?
No. I think I co-opted maybe a little bit of Xbox.
I remember how long ago is that? You asked me to co-op Youngblood or trophy hunt Youngblood with you, and I was like, no, I'm not really doing a trophies right now.
It might have been earlier this year.
Was it? I can't remember, but
Let me
yeah.
see. I have the notes of when I've completed them. But no, yeah, they're not. It's not bad. It's not as good, for sure.
Hmm.
But it could be way worse.
It's the weakest link.
Wolfenstein New Blood. Where is it? Did I not do it this year? I could have sworn I played it this year.
Which one? Old Blood?
Old Blood, yeah.
That's supposed
No,
to
no,
be
no,
good.
not Old Blood. Young Blood.
Oh, Youngblood. Yeah.
2024. Where's my 2023 games?
Youngblood, cause you want it, cause you want it.
Wolfenstein,
Back in the
Wolfenstein, Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
I did Wolfenstein Youngblood August of 2023.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, the story's not great. It's okay. It's serviceable. The gameplay's still fun. And it's you're just going around killing Nazis. So, did you go through your whole list or no?
Yeah, that was 5 games.
Oh,
You
cool,
said
cool,
5,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
Technically, that was more if you include
No, but
bundles, but
the
who's
bundles
keeping track?
the bundles
Yeah.
I was fine with. All right, I want to stick to my own rules. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I will get rid of I'll get rid of this one. Honorable mention: if you don't have Game Pass, you can get the Halo Reach and ODST DLC for MCC for like $5 total.
Hmm.
All right, but my list,
Hmm.
because you took some of them, which is fine, and there are a lot of really good games on the list. These are just 5 that kind of stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Battlefield 4 Premium Edition, which is Battlefield 4 and all of its DLC is $4,
Damn.
which is great. Battlefield 4 is
Mm-hmm.
fantastic.
Yep.
Rise Son of Rome Legendary Edition, which is the game and all of its DLC, is $8, which is a pretty good deal too.
Yeah.
A Way Out is $5. Because
Great game. Great game.
I will always look for an excuse to shout this one out. Alan Wake Remastered, $8.
Mm. Nice.
And then the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, $6.
Okay.
Dude, this kid is
$6. That's
getting money.
crazy for 3 long ass like great games.
Oh yeah, I bought that game at launch. I should not have bought it at launch. I've barely touched it.
Yeah, same.
I've 100%ed Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I still have Andromeda to play. But I
Mm-hmm.
picked it up. I was like, oh, I can't wait to go back through Mass Effect. And I got to the Citadel and immediately put it down. I don't know why. But yeah, definitely go check out the we'll link the article to the Xbox site, or just go on your Xbox and look. Tons of good deals.
Yep.
Let's see where we at time wise.
Do it now.
Shit, we're already at. I think we're probably at around like 50 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So, we had a bunch of other stuff to talk about. Let's you know what? We'll save this one for another day. What's that? Free
I just threw some stuff in there. I don't want to have to talk about all of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna organize it on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of these are like tied together to the one interview that he did with Phil Spencer.
Oh, about the exclusivity and basically nothing's off the table.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Phil Spencer says there's no red lines for Xbox exclusives going to PlayStation. This is an article from by Sean Carey on True Achievements, so we'll link that below. Basically, this was something they already kind of said this. Like, they're gonna take it case by case, and there's none off the table because, I mean, at this point, why would there be? Like, I get making a case to have the console, but at the same time, like, if you can make and they have to, if you can make a me-crowd load of money on the other platform, why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
would.
kind of surprised they didn't like. They're basically saying like even like Gears and Halo and all that kind of stuff. It could possibly do it. You know.
I'm honestly shocked they don't have the Halo multiplayer for Infinite on PlayStation at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think they're still easing people into the idea of it, but I th- I I don't know if it's still the old retired console warrior within me. I don't like the idea of Gears and Halo going on PlayStation just because it feels weird.
It
But at
does
the
feel weird.
but at the same time, I don't really care. Like, if it makes a load of money and it keeps the studios funded, because they're
Mm-hmm.
still going to be making the consoles. I think that's another one of the stories that you put in here.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it on here. I thought you made it a story. Could have sworn you did, but I think it's in the same interview. He talks about they're planning on making consoles for more generations still, and there's also by Tom West, Microsoft is working on an Xbox handheld, but it's a few years out. That's a great confirmation, I guess. Very
Yeah.
exciting. Hopefully, it's a dedicated handheld, like a Vita or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
but clearly more powerful. So we talked about this one. I'm just trying to group everything together that we're talking about.
Group it. Group it.
Yep. Rounding out the Xbox news. Yeah, this one we don't gotta talk. Let me exit this one out. Rounding out the Xbox news, and it's probably PlayStation related as well, although maybe not. Sega is delisting 12 Xbox games in December. This is by Sean Carey as well on True Achievements. December, they're going to be getting rid of games such as they'll be delisted on December 6th. You have Altered Beast, Crazy Taxi, Nights into Dreams, Sega Bass Fishing, Sega Mega Drive and Genesis Classics, Sega Vintage Collection Golden Axe,
Damn.
Sega Vintage Collection Monster World, Sega Vintage Collection Streets of Rage, Sega Vintage Collection Toe Jam and Earl, Shinobi, Sonic the Fighters,
Are they
and
like losing licensing to all that or something?
Sega confirmed it is delisting the games from Steam, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch digital storefronts, so you may want to pick them up.
See why?
Let's see. No longer available to purchase on Xbox.
It
They
sounds like a
don't.
licensing thing.
You would. I mean, maybe, but I don't see why things like Sonic the Fighters would be. If I had to,
Yeah.
if I had to really guess, maybe there's just like literally no one's buying these, so they're just like, let's
Yeah,
just
but
not even bother having it on the platforms.
it's just kind of a weird thing to do though. Like normally even if stuff doesn't sell, they just leave it there. Like
Yeah, the reason I don't think it's a licensing thing is because some of these games I don't think have licensed music, and they're all Sega games. Like Sonic the Fighters, like what licensed aspect it would be taking that down?
yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
And I mean, some of these they gave away for free. at different
Yeah.
points. Like Nights into Dreams, I think was a Game Pass game or a Games with Gold game. Sonic
Yeah.
the Fighters definitely was if it wasn't free. Sonic the Fighters easy 400 gamer score. Like
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. It was
stupid
stupid,
easy.
but yeah, it was kind of dumb, but I liked it.
Sterile and I like the taste. Um so yeah, that's a thing. And then to round it out PlayStation wise, you threw this in here. We can talk about the other one next week, I guess. Or maybe we won't. The Ghost of Yotei thing, kicking off Sony's new plans for PS5 games.
Mm-hmm.
This is by Lee Brady on True Trophies. Just a quick sequel, blah blah blah. I didn't have a chance to actually read these. Do you know what the announcements or the article's about?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't actually read them.
You
I just
son of a
saw the
bitch.
I saw the names and I'm like, this seems interesting.
Um,
I've
okay,
ADHD. Come on now.
Ghost of Yotei will reportedly kick off Sony's PS5 plans to ensure the upcoming PS5 games list has more single-player titles going forward. I didn't realize they were hurting for single-player games, but okay.
I mean, yeah, if you think about it, there hasn't really been any exclusives this year.
Well,
Like
exclusives, yeah, but single-player, I mean, isn't that
that's
like
what I
all they
mean.
do?
Yeah, it's all they do. But the only exclusive they released this year was what, like Astrobot?
Well, they had that they released was Astrobot, and I want to say maybe one other game, but
But
I
I mean,
don't think
that's
it
what's
was
kind of what
I don't think it was a big game.
I think that's kind of what they're saying though. Like I think it's because people
Everything
were
else was
bitching
third
that
party.
like if you look at basically social media and everything, everybody's like, oh, PS5 is no games. Like
Which
I
is
think they're basically
ridiculous. There's
just
plenty of games.
oh, I know, but I think that's just kind of their way of saying like, hey, we've got some first party shit coming out. Like
Yeah.
chill out. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, they say that about Xbox too, but Xbox has a shitload of games too. Like there's so many games. Like you couldn't play all the games that are out, and I think that stems from people just wanting to play. Like I need new games to play. It's like you have like 1,000 games in your backlog. Go play a game.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Like, unless they're talking about exclusives, like in which case, yeah, there's not a ton, but that's just exclusives don't matter. Just play games that look interesting. Like,
Oh yeah. Like I saw an article. I think it was Windows Central. They were talking about Redfall and how they're like, yeah, they're like it was a mess at launch, but it was a fun little game to run around in. Like that they just
mm-hmm.
played recently. And I'm like, yes, it was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Redfall. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't tell you the story, but very fun.
Did you,
Like
did
just run around shooting game.
did you listen to that episode of was it Sacred Symbols that you sent me with Happy Console Gamer?
I haven't yet.
It was good. It was good.
Was it good? What did they talk about Redfall?
Yeah. No, I just randomly I don't know what made me think of it, but but
um,
yeah, it's good. Like,
yeah, it's on my list to listen to. I listen to that stuff at work, so
mhm.
yeah, I listen to so much of their stuff. I love it.
I'm
I
probably gonna start listening to. That was the first time I ever actually. I watched it because I wanted to see, um, Happy Console Gamers like
mhm.
reactions and shit. Like he just seems like a really good dude. Like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, he seems
but
cool. No,
but
Last Stand Media, all their podcasts are really good.
yeah, I need to look into that.
The what was I gonna say about um? I guess we got some. Do you still have time? Like, are you
Yeah,
doing anything tonight?
I got time.
Okay, cool. We'll round out the last two stories that I have. Um, you threw this in there. This is on True Trophies as well by oh god, Kess Eilers Stevenson. The PlayStation Premium and Extra games on Plus.
Mhm.
Let's see, we've got oh boy howdy.
Boy, howdy.
All right, so these are on extra. These next ones are on extra, and then I'll let you know when I transition to premium. Extra games for November. You got GTA. Wait, what? How does? Why are they named like this?
I
Game
know.
in-game
how they have
plus
trophies
trophies.
after the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's the way the person who did the article,
Hmm.
they linked it, and I think it's whatever
Oh,
that's
they
named.
linked it to the trophy page.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, and
now
it
I
like
get it.
I think it took the name of that or whatever.
Well, aren't there's some games I think on PlayStation where they've named it weirdly like that. So I was very confused why all these games did that. Okay,
Yeah,
you have Grand Theft Auto 5, PS4 and PS5, Dying Light 2, PS4, PS5, Like a Dragon in Ishin, PS4, PS5,
Mhm.
MotoGP 24, PS4, PS5, The Sims 4, and it looks like also including the Island Living expansion on PS4, Digimon Survive, which I have on my bookshelf for my Xbox, that's on PS4. Overcooked All You Can Eat, PS4, PS5. Stick Fight, the game,
Wait,
PS4. Go on.
I thought Overcooked All You Can Eat was only on PS5.
No, it says on PS4
Hmm,
as well.
hmm, hmm,
Hmm.
hmm.
Next up, you've got Clash Artifacts of Chaos on PS4, PS5. Killer
PS4,
Frequency,
PS5.
PS4, PS5. Hungry Shark, PS4. Chivalry 2, PS4, PS5. Synapse, PSVR 2. Oh, wait, no, these are premiums now. Synapse, PSVR 2. Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, PS1. Uh, highest trophy you can unlock is TBC. Do you know what that means? TBC.
To be something. To be something. To be. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what it means as far as like this list. TBC.
To be created.
Maybe. Um,
To be cray
list.
cray.
Uh, to be. I mean, it's to be something. Look at the list. Blah
I don't
blah
know.
blah blah.
Either way, they don't have trophies yet.
Yeah. Blood Omen 2, also TBC. That's on the PS2 version. Maybe it's like to be created.
To
Or
be
to,
confirmed.
oh, to be confirmed. Okay.
I just googled it. I cheated.
Okay. Well, that's good enough. I've never heard of TBC before.
I know. I always think of TBD. Like that's the
Hmm.
common. To be determined.
Oh, out of all the games that I've listed so far, they all have platinums except for Hungry Shark World, which is a gold. Is your highest
Hungry
tier.
Shark World.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Resistance Fall of Man, PS3, NA. What'd you? Oh,
Because
to be
the
confirmed.
first one didn't have trophies.
Mm-hmm. And then Resistance 2 from PS3 has a platinum.
Which you can no longer get.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's a
because there's
dick move.
multiplayer trophies. There's multiplayer trophies.
Dude, you know what really annoyed me? When and I got so excited when they said it was gonna be a Games with Gold game. Army of Two. I love Army of Two,
Me too,
and
dude.
I was
It's so good.
so close to completing that game, so close, but I didn't grind out the multiplayer enough.
I have everything but a few of the multiplayer achievements.
Did you do
I love
Did
I
you?
loved that
I
game.
did it a little bit. Did you do the bug where you go on the one map and you shoot the aircraft that's like way out in the distance?
I don't even remember. That was so
It
freaking
would give
long
you
ago.
like it would give you so much money, which was the experience in multiplayer.
Hmm.
It would give you so much, and it would respawn like every round. So you just had to go in there and like shoot it with your sniper. Army of Two
Okay,
is fantastic. They need to
dude.
reboot
I
that
loved.
series.
I know. I love. Dude, the first one was good. Second one was decent, and then
Second one
Devil's
was
Cartel
weird.
was. Yeah, it was kind of. It felt a little jankier. It didn't feel as solid.
It and I
It
don't
was.
know what the first one was
Yeah,
phenomenal,
yeah. It was so good.
and then
But
they
and then Devil's Cartel, like
I
it was a
like
fun.
I
It was
like
a fun
Devil's
game,
Cartel.
but I don't like what they did with the characters.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I
Spoilers,
was
because who
yeah.
cares? They what was it? One of them, I think it's Salem, right? Salem, whichever one had hair. I think
Salem's the smaller guy. Salem.
he turns into a villain.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, man? That was my boy's character that he played as, and he's
I
like,
love playing
what?
Salem. Yeah.
I always played as Rios because I always play as like the bigger dudes when we played co-op.
Rios in the second game makes a joke about having have banged a panda.
Huh,
It was very weird.
it's a classic.
Also, you can't complete the second one either.
I know.
The only one you complete is Devil's Cartel. because they did the dumb thing where they linked it up to a website where you had to create your emblem, and by the time I even got to the game, it was like, oh, we're not doing this anymore.
Well, doesn't the second one have multiplayer trophies too?
I think it does, but I think they are still obtainable.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so those are your games that are coming out, but Army of Two is way better than all of them.
Yeah, I played that shit when it like
maybe
released.
except
I
for
was
Grand
so
Theft Auto.
excited.
Maybe except for a couple of them. There's probably the first three are probably.
I don't know.
better.
Don't you talk down to my Like a Dragon Ishin?
Or Dying Light 2 or GTA 5.
Yeah.
God, I would love a reboot
Hey,
of
I'm
Army
sure
2.
Hungry Shark World is freaking game of the year material right there. You know.
Could be. I am super interested in Digimon Survive. I know it's not a great game, but it's supposed to be decent, and the story's supposed to be pretty good.
I haven't played a Digimon game since the PlayStation 1.
I've never played a Digimon game. I think the extent of my Digimon exposure is the movie from the early 2000s.
Digimon,
which was actually like 3 movies that got chopped up really badly and forced into one.
I don't even think I watched the movie. I watched the like original cartoon and.
Dude, you don't remember Bare Naked Ladies blasting on Digimon?
No, I remember the theme song, the Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
Into digital champions.
Oh yeah, that was Bare Naked Ladies.
No. They do in the movie, which the movie is like gorgeously animated for the first 2 parts of it, or because they were 2 separate
anime movies were like the Pokemon movies were hella good too. Like, remember like the OG ones, like the Mewtwo one. The animation was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Watching that shit in theaters as a kid was good. So fire. Yeah, it was so good. Like I remember like
Bare
my
Naked
mom
Ladies,
was like,
my
mom's like, oh, I gotta take you here.
What was it? It's the song it's been 1 week since you got to see.
Oh yeah.
For some reason that's in there. But no, the
Digimon, only Bare Naked Ladies song I know.
There's
I like a one-hit wonder.
No, they've had other hits.
Oh, okay.
That might have been their biggest. We're gonna Google that now. They did a couple songs.
The Chinese chicken.
They did a couple songs with Rooster Teeth. They were friends with them, and they did some of the music videos.
That's hella random.
I know. Google.
You have a drumstick in your heart stops ticking.
Let's see.
Watch Nick's mouth the lights on.
Yeah, 1 week's their big one. They did the Big Bang Theory theme.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
If I had $1 million.
Okay. Have
you heard that?
I'm sure you've heard to think how that one goes. I probably have.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million.
Oh yeah, I think yeah.
That
was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yep, I know.
Freaking Digimon Survive has the same trophy icon for every trophy, except for they color code the background based upon what type of trophy it is. I hate that shit.
Let's see. Bare Naked Ladies.
That makes me not want to play it now.
Let's see. What are their big songs? They reached mainstream success with their debut with Reprise Records, Gordon featuring singles "If I Had $1 Million" and Brian Wilson. Old Apartment. Their album featured their highest charting hit was 1 week. It's All Been Done and Call and Answer. Their 5th album, Maroon. Pinch Me was a big song that charted highly, but also the Big Bang Theory theme. That's their that is probably their biggest song. But speaking of bands that you don't know that do the theme song for, do you have little ones in your life? Not children. I know you don't have children, but like, do you have any nieces or nephews?
I have 4 children. No, okay. I have 2 nephews.
Did they ever watch the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
I have no idea.
Okay. Do you know of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
Maybe.
Sammy loves it. And I knew this before we had Sam. Who texted me? Probably my wife asking if she can come upstairs. Turned on voice one song for minutes, then he knocked off his rail. Oh, he's still being a little dick about going to bed, I guess. Jesus Christ.
Told you, don't call me by that name anymore.
Oh my god, he's such a little shit.
Hey, he's your
Dude,
spawn.
he's passed out. I'll text you the picture. Hang on. I think he's asleep like this. He's like, he knocked his gate onto the floor and he's sleeping on it on a mat on the floor, but like the railing is above him, like he's in between it.
What the? He looks so awkward.
He's still awake. Jesus Christ, it's 10:30. This kid. But yeah, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. You might have heard it on like memes or something. But the band who does the theme song all for that also did the theme song for Malcolm in the Middle.
Mm-hmm.
Very random.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, I should probably bounce soon to go check on him. She's going to check on him, actually. Yeah, time-wise. 1:21, damn. Alright, let's cut it here.
Told you we can ramble.
Yeah, but then it's going to be a pain in the ass to edit.
No, I'm saying like that's part of the reason why the time goes up so quick because we ramble, yeah.
We'll just make this a quick hit. True trophies, PS5 trophies could become way more easier with Sony's rewind button plans. This is by Jamie Sharp at True Trophies. I guess they're planning to implement the rewind feature to games that aren't like old remastered games. At least they've made a patent, it looks like.
I wonder how that even work.
Did you do the rewind in like I know Ape Escape had it.
Yeah, all the PS1 classics have it.
Yeah. I think that's just what they're planning to do with I think they're doing a patent for that. I think that kind of sucks, but
I always rewind on those games.
Those games, I got no problem rewinding because they're harder. But like more current games, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, I kind of feel like that too.
Like games now, like some games are really hard, but also like they are easy to play. So it's like,
yeah, they don't have outdated mechanics.
The only reason I would probably use that feature is if like I was playing something like something with collectibles that there were like transition points, like in Until Dawn, where like I accidentally progressed the story, but I need to go back to get a collectible.
Oh, yeah.
I could see myself using it there, but other than that, kind of, I don't see the point.
Yeah, same. Girl, same.
Yeah. But Gary,
what they call me?
We should probably end this so I can help Amanda out with the kid. Okay. I forget what do we do going forward? I honestly forget.
What do you mean?
I don't know. How do we usually end this?
We
talked about
we normally just don't we just kind of say where you can find us and
I have a
peace out.
Yeah,
you know.
Let me see what she did then. My wife went in to check on the kids, so let me see. Oh, she fixed everything. He's an animal. Let me actually look at my. I do have like an outline for the show. Let's see what it says. Intros. Blah, 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 blah. We've already recommended so many games. We don't have any viewer questions. The weekly game plan is just play games. Goodbyes and butt plugs. So yeah, if you want to, I have started the migration to Blue Sky. So if you want to find, Sky? Yeah, it's literally just Twitter, but it's not run by Elon Musk. Not as popular, but yeah, it's.
I never even heard of it.
It seems like it's Twitter, just nowhere near as many, or if any, bots. And everyone just seems like way more chill on it. Which is cool. It's literally laid out just like Twitter. But if you want to follow me on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, or Blue Sky, you can. Instagram, I think I have privated because I put family photos on there. but it's just Smackerly on there. And what the hell's going on? Eventually, I think coming up soon, either this week or next week, we'll start posting stuff to the Platinum Achievements YouTube channel. So I will leave a link to that as well down below.
Yes, sir.
How about you, Gary?
You can find me most places at the Sly G Cooper. Xbox, there's no the, it's just Sly G Cooper. The would have been too long. The only difference is on Steam, there's a hyphen at the end. Don't ask.
Hyphen or underscore?
A hyphen.
Hyphen's a weird one.
I know.
Did you try to do underscore and you just messed up?
I think hyphen looks better than underscore, honestly.
Okay.
But
Xbox, PlayStation also just Smackerly. I'm Smackerly everywhere except for this YouTube channel.
I'm not really. I don't even know what my kit is for social media, but I don't really ever use it anyways. So
yeah. I send you some reels. Do you watch reels that I send you?
Yeah, you send me more. I was talking to my girlfriend. I'm all, Mama, babe, Ray sends me more reels than you do.
Dude, I send everybody reels. If I find a funny reel, I blast out to everybody. And I doom scroll on there. It's so.
I think it's hella funny because she's always on that shit, and she sends me some, and I was like, damn, you need to keep up. He's sending me more than you are.
Dude, I send so many reels. I find some real good ones. There was
one. What you did there?
What was it? I just sent you one, I think, earlier today. Let me see.
I haven't looked at it yet. I got the notification, but dark humor.
It's always darkish. Gary.
Well, no, I mean that's the channel name.
Oh,
there's two girls, but because of the ravages and socialism, they're forced to share just one cup.
Yeah, and it's one of those social media guys.
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the one with the goo guys?
Yeah, that was wild, dude.
It's so good. It's someone did an AI like animation, I think, and it's like
is that fight's today, right?
Yeah, I think it already happened.
Okay.
But it's
because I know
it's
that's where my girlfriend's at right now.
She's there.
She well, not there, but her friends were basically like having people over for the fight, and
okay.
I told them depending on when it ends, I might like walk over there because it's like right down the street.
It's like a gooey,
like
pink Jake Paul, and he's like, I'm gonna punch Mike Tyson.
That shit was so funny.
And then Mike Tyson starts going like full anime on him, and he's like, I don't want to have to punch you. Kamehameha, Jake. Yeah. So good. All right.
What is it? What move does he use? Something expansion or whatever.
I think it's like
domain expansion.
I think it's Jujutsu Kaisen. I think is what it's from.
Well, but
he's domain expansion. He's like, what the hell is this? I thought we were just punching.
Yeah.
I am gonna punch you, Jake.
It's what I'm gonna do to you.
So good.
Hella funny.
All right, but with that, thanks for listening, everybody, to this slightly elongated episode. Gary, it's been a pleasure. I will chat with you throughout the week as we do, and then we should be back. I would assume, unless we get like super drained during the week, that we'll be back next week as well.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good week.